our young superstar. Uh-oh, we got a conversation with a reporter. What is Miss Brooklyn going to say to the reporter? Score 2 goals, and you managed to back up your words by scoring 2 goals in a crucial game. Does this have to be good does this have to be good for the draft stock? You're right. I'm sure the scouts were pleased by my performance. 17 goals, 17 assists, 34 points in the playoffs and the finals all together. Sounds good. This was after the game. They were talking to Miss Brooklyn. After the game, she was just chilling in the locker room. All the reporters want to talk to the star, of course. And now, you got Miss Brooklyn. Another conversation with a reporter. They just love this girl. There she is, Miss Brooklyn. That's it, Brooklyn. You're the champions. That was an amazing performance on what must be an amazing night for you. How are you feeling after lifting the Memorial Cup? This is in the post-game press conference. It's an incredible feeling for sure. The cup's heavier than it looks. That makes it more rewarding to live with. Everyone's talking. Everyone's talking about your incredible performance on the ice tonight. How are you feeling about being called tonight's MVP? Yeah, of course she was the MVP. Brand likability. Let's go MVP. You know it. You saw my performance, right? I was obviously the best player out there. I might have had a good game, but I didn't do it alone. It was a team effort. So really, every player on my team is the most valuable in my eyes. I went out there and played my best, keep the team motivated. That makes me MVP. So I'm just happy we all had such a great game. It's not my first time being called MVP. It's a long one. I'm planning on being an NHL's most valuable player someday. He's a star. There's plenty to go around. Don't worry. See ya. This girl is building a brand. She's all about building a brand. And she's still a teenager. She's all about building a brand. And she's still a teenager. She needs to get her wind up. She's got 2 sessions of sprint. Oh. She's building a brand.
H.
She is building a brand.
Hey. nothing but truth. Double the shade. I'm feeling further from you. Feeling the weight of my weight. I'm losing count of the states. Running for 40.
She is building a brand. She is building a brand. Oh, I can go to the skill food.
As the sun comes up, shining down on the tent, I did too much living and I'm dying again. I guess I lost my head at the Holiday Inn, but my blood running red, my blood running red. As the sun comes up, shining down on the tent, I did too much living and I'm dying again. I guess I lost my head at the Holiday Inn, but my blood running red, my blood running. My blood running. Give me an onion. Give me a light. I cannot put on a face. Oh, what a prodigal night. I don't wanna feel a thing. Hard in and out of my place. I wasn't always this way. I can't keep up with the pace. Father, Father, let me figure it out. I'm gonna swim in the thick of it now. I can't even tell the difference now. As the sun comes up, shining down on the tent, I did too much living and I'm dying again. I guess I lost my head at the Holiday Inn, but my blood running red, my blood running red. As the sun comes up, shining down on the tent, I did too much living and I'm dying again. I guess I lost my head at the Holiday Inn, but my blood running red, my blood running. My blood running. But my blood running red, my blood running. I don't need nothing but you. I don't need nothing but you. Don't know why I was afraid.
It is now April.
And I found myself at the altar again. I need the truth. I don't need nothing but you. I was afraid. Couldn't let go of the
It is now April.
myself at the Holiday Inn. And my blood running red. My blood running.
She's just 16 years old.
My blood running. But my blood running red. My blood running. My blood running. But my blood running red. My blood running.
Here we go.
She's enjoying her time being home. I wonder what team she gonna get drafted to. Okay. Hey, get out of here. Oh, it's not ready. Oh, Montreal got the first pick. New Jersey came up from 5-2. Arizona went down to 3. Philadelphia went down from they came up from 4. Montreal got the first pick. All right, Brooklyn might be playing in Canada. Philadelphia. Boston wasn't even in the lottery. Boston wasn't even in the lottery. Closest you can get her to home is New Jersey, but they got number 2 overall. And Arizona came up, dropped from 2 to 3. Seattle dropped from 3 to 4. Philadelphia dropped from 4 to 5. And the rest of the draft was pretty much stayed the same, but Boston wasn't even in the lottery. But Boston wasn't even in the lottery. Boston wasn't even in the lottery. Uh-oh, conversation with Montreal Canadiens.
Look at her makeup and you think of her skill set and what she can bring to the table, and then you look at what is expected in Montreal, and to hear that both sides met during the combine, that's an intriguing
GM
fit.
Tristan
To
Lamore.
me,
I'm going to ask you a
I
few
always
questions, get to know you
appreciated
better.
her mental
Ready to
toughness on the
begin?
ice, and let's see
I'm
whether or
excited
not
to
that
get
could
started.
be a fit with her and the Habs come draft day. All right, I want to get to
Your
much more of this, and I want to hear
teammates
your
invite you
reaction
out.
to this as well.
Invite you out. So you may not make curfew if you go. Do you go with them? Without a doubt. As long as I can do so responsibly. You do know she's only 16. Great to see your preparation. You take service seriously. How do you spend your free time before games? I try to relax. I eat right. Highlights of the games to see what I did right. I sure hope so. I've always, if I've talked to your previous coaches, would they recommend we draft you? I sure hope so. I've always tried to do whatever I could do to help my team win. Probably, but I can't speak for my coaches. Of course they would. I've always been one of the better players on my team. Thanks for having me.
What I was told during the combine, she met with members of the New Jersey Devils organization, and I think the sense from both sides was there was a positive feeling that, hey, when you look at what the Devils need organizationally right now, she
Brooklyn,
might be a great fit.
Ruby Don.
Again,
I'm gonna
this
ask
is
you
only a conversation, but between her and New Jersey, this might be an ideal match on the draft floor coming up when we get closer and closer to draft day. All right, time for a quick break. I want to get your reaction on this. I'm already starting to see some of it on social media.
Nothing beats knowing I can be the best player on the ice. That's interesting, Brooklyn. Did you? I think so. You could. That's interesting. Brooklyn, did you keep in touch with your parents while you were away? We would talk occasionally, but they let me focus on my season. We kept in touch. They wanted to make sure I was behaving myself all the time. They're my biggest supporters. More fact. Would you consider yourself a team player? Being the best player makes you a team player, then I sure am. Thanks for having me. I think they just giving out scores now.
She is a straight up player who can make an immediate impact on a team in the National Hockey League. She is going to go high. From what I see from her, and I can't even begin to tell you how many games I called of her this year, but she can skate, she can score, she can play in her own end. She is a high impact player, and in my opinion, she will be one of the top picks in the NHL draft when her name is called. Here we go. It's almost the time to make it all happen, and I'm telling you, her name will be one of the first called on the floor.
Is either going to be at number 1 or number 2. NHL. So where is she going? Is she going to the 2 teams with the top 2 picks interviewed her? The Canadiens and the New Jersey Devils. Let's see where Miss Brooklyn goes. New conversation with agent. All right, Brooklyn, this is the big day. You've been doing great, and now you're projected to be picked first. Thanks, I'm really excited. I can't wait for the draft to start. Awesome, how's my smile? Chill, you're fine. Are you ready to meet your new team? Yeah, they better be ready for me. The draft looks like it's starting. Gotta go. What do you like to do? Autograph. It's the day of the NHL draft. The NHL draft. Entry round. Montreal with the first pick. First pick, Brooklyn Parker. number 1 overall. She's officially a Canadian. First overall pick, Miss Brooklyn Parker. First teenager ever selected, number 1 overall, 16 years old. First female ever to play in the NHL. First female ever picked first overall in the NHL draft. We knew she was going number 1. We just knew it. We knew she was going number 1 overall this whole time.